Hi, I'm Hieu. Today we're going to discuss a topic that many find trivial but can have serious legal complications. Public urination. We'll explore how this act varies from a minor infraction to a misdemeanor based on jurisdiction, its impact on your record, and the legal proceedings involved. Understanding public urination and its legal implications. We'll explain what constitutes public urination, how different jurisdictions classify it, and the potential legal consequences ranging from fines to misdemeanors. Depending on the jurisdiction, if you have a sleepy neighborhood with an active community that lives around a restaurant area and they attend city hall meetings a lot and pressure the police, then the action of a public urination can qualify as a misdemeanor. Let's take, for example, the city of Westminster. Public urination is not that big of a deal given the lack of a bar scene, and the restaurants over there have a sufficient number of restrooms to take people in. However, let's contrast this with Fullerton, where these restaurants also double up as bars at night with an active night scene. The active night scene brings a crowd, and the people around there do not have the sufficient restroom resources to use. As a result, they will go out there and relieve themselves. As this happens, the residents do complain and complain more, take this to City Hall, and then it becomes a political problem at the town meeting. This in turn leads to more pressure on the officers doing these public urination arrests. Sometimes an officer will cite you. Recently, they've been taking people into custody for public urination. Records. Paperwork. Does public urination go on your record? Here we clarify the misconceptions. Learn how a charge can become a part of your record and the difference between being charged and being convicted. If you are cited and you have a court case, that means you have been charged. That means that the case has not been proven against you and you have not admitted the charges yet. This is separate from being convicted. Convicted means that the charges were proven against you, and also, or either you admitted to the charges. Only the latter does it go on your criminal record. It's important that you deal with this properly so that way it does not go on your record. Understand the charging process for public urination. Discover what happens when you're cited for public urination, the difference between a misdemeanor and an infraction, and the implications of each. When you have an infraction, you should consider it like a traffic ticket. Let's say, for instance, you are cited for a public urination. The officer gives you the citation. If you take a look at this and you're fortunate enough to see an I that is marked, that means it's an infraction. An infraction does not go on your criminal record. When this happens, you can just go to the courts and pay your fines. However, on the other hand, if you see an M on your ticket, then that means you got cited for a misdemeanor. If you got cited for a misdemeanor, you will want to get help on this, because if you plead guilty to a misdemeanor, then this can go on your criminal record. Specific impacts on employment, academics, and background checks. We'll discuss how a public urination charge can affect job applications, academic standings, and what employers see during background checks. If you are cited for an infraction and you pled guilty to it, no big deal. However, if you pled guilty to a misdemeanor, then these things do show up on your background check when you do a job application or any type of background checks. On top of that, if you're applying to any types of schools and they ask you if you've been convicted, this will be something you have to disclose as well. It's important that you know how to defend against a public urination charge. You know how to push accordingly, so that way the courts will look at this and say, we are not having a jury trial on a public urination charge. You need to explore the potential defenses, or at least just wasting people's times, and to make them go to court so that way your case can get dropped. Learn when you should consider hiring an attorney and how legal professional can help you navigate the complexities of public urination laws. It's important that you do get these charges dismissed. Facing a public urination charge can be daunting, but understanding your legal rights and the implication is crucial. Remember, each case is unique and seeking professional legal advice is always advisable. If you like this content, hit the subscribe button, give me a like. If you have questions, leave it in the comment below. If you have any questions that you're too afraid to put out there for the world to see, you're welcome to use the make an appointment button or give our office a call. Thank you for watching.